Sometimes there's so much happening, I don't even have time to do updates for so long. I'm way overdue, lots of updates, but first of all, pancakes. So do you know why these are magic pancakes?
What? Because
no matter how much maple syrup you put on them, it all disappears. Yeah, magic pancakes. What? Oh wow, it's got a... Wait, is that a stone in a stone?
Yeah.
Let me have a look. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait, look. Amazing. Look at that. That's so cool. Looks like E.T. Yeah.
That stone is for me.
That's a shell. Well, you've just seen how ridiculous I look in this coat. It's a bit big for me. I wanted to do an update for subscribers because I haven't uploaded anything for a while. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, I've got a little bit of a cold, so I'm not feeling all great form, but today is a day, look at the weather, it's just amazing. That it's a Sunday and I would have normally gone flying today for sure, but the plane's annual has expired, and so it's waiting for its prop to be taken off, having a prop overhaul done on the Hartzell prop I've got, and come and sit down. I'm going to film you anyway. Emery's been camera shy today. This is what I love. One of the many things I love about living in Devon is living close to a place that people travel a long way to come on their holidays, and we've got it right on our doorstep. So, a couple of updates. I'm having a major editing bottleneck. Excuse me. I haven't talked about this before, but most of the videos on my channel are edited by a fantastic chap called Peter, who actually lives in Northern Ireland. And he's just fantastic. He just does all the editing with virtually no direction from me, so as much of the enjoyment of the vlogs comes from his editing as anything else. But Peter is imminently about to become a father, and also has a couple of other jobs, so editing is a sideline for him. And he's told me that his time's going to be a bit taken up for a while, so for a few weeks. I mean, he'll be back, but I think it's going to have a couple of weeks when he's not going to be on top of things as he usually is. But Peter, if you're watching this, thank you very much for all your amazing work this year so far. So yeah, and then we've actually had another editor start as well. If you saw that video of me, the Who is Charlie Lamdin one, the most recent upload before this, that's actually edited by the girl who is actually interviewing me in that video, who's joining the Best Agent team part-time as a video editor. And that video was actually done for Best Agent for work, but we started putting the personal channel as well. But likewise, she is a mum, and she has another job as a designer as well, and her editing is part-time. And her availability in the coming weeks is less than usual, so which has led to me accepting a very kind offer from CJ the pilot, who some of you may know. He is a fellow aviating YouTuber, and I'll put a link to his channel below. He's been messaging me right from the start of the year when I very first started my channel, offering to help out with filming or editing. We haven't met, the opportunity hasn't arisen, but given my editing bottleneck, I'm going to be asking CJ if he will do a couple of vlogs for me and see how they turn out, because I've got such a backlog of filmed stuff. I've got probably another half a dozen videos from Norway of different trips with the seaplane, some with Clara, some with Archie, and then a full family trip we did. Lots of amazing footage from those trips. And I've got a handful of flying vlogs back in England as well that I haven't got around to getting edited. There's some really great, it's just little simple days out, but my last day flying the plane before it went in for its annual, and some of Archie flying the plane, some of Clara flying the plane, and for those of you who may remember my last little subscriber update when I told you that I had a number of bombshells go off, it hasn't. The collateral damage from those bombs going off has yet to be revealed in its totality. There's going to be a lot of it, but suffice it to say that I've now got 3 concurrent court cases running. One of them which I've brought, the other 2 I'm a defendant. One of them is a speeding one, where I'm defending myself because the police officer had no evidence and was trying to make me take 3 points without giving me any evidence of my speed, so I'm contesting that one. But the other 2 are related to my home. I've got some complications and bombshells happening with my home in Devon, which I've been basically renting for 10 years. And I've got some complications with the neighbours and my former landlords as well, put it that way. Both of which have ended up in court, which is not what you want when you're short on time. I have had my third, I'm not proud to say, my third airspace infringement. And this one came from my flight where I was flying from Dunkeswell to Sussex on that very low VFR day, marginal VFR day, and I infringed Leon Solent's ATZ, and the CAA have asked me to do some ground school and some flight retraining to work on my threat and error management, which I'm very happy to do. That's got to happen when my planes come out of annual. There's been some, I tried to get it done for Christmas, but there were complications with whether or not the plane could be used for training because it's an NREG and that kind of stuff, but the CA has now confirmed that they're very happy that it can be used for training. So I'm going to be doing some ground school with a well-known southwest of England aviation school, and some flight training. And that's just all the stuff that isn't work, whereas most of my challenges at the moment are coming from work. So if you didn't know, Best Agent is my work. We are having some life-changing results for some of our customers that have actually realised that using Best Agent to find the agent when they're selling their house can be life-changing, and it mostly is turning out to be, rather than people thinking it doesn't matter which agent they choose. By the way, we never recommend who they use. It's just a different selection process for anyone using their house that results in a much better choice of agent that they would never have chosen before. But it's different. We never know what brand it's going to be. It's all down to the individual. But if you actually want to make sure that you get the full value of your house when you sell it, then you have to make sure you find the best agent, and that's why I built the website bestagent.co.uk. So please try that out. We are still, it's been years to build it to where it is now, but in terms of its life cycle, it's still pretty embryonic, and every single person that uses this is helping us massively. It's free to use, there's no obligation. It just helps you in the very difficult, stressful process of choosing an agent to sell your house if you're selling or letting your house. What else? Yeah, so depending on how things go at work, next year I may or may not need to sell my aeroplane. Either sell it outright or maybe sell a share in it. I haven't really thought. I'm hoping I don't have to do either of those, because as I've discovered in the last 2 years, having your own plane is the ultimate aviation luxury, because you can do spontaneous trips. I mean, of all the things that are different about owning a plane versus renting, there's a long list of benefits. The biggest one by far is the big spontaneous trips you ended up doing. Like, for example, my Scotland trip in May. That was amazing. There's 6 videos from that on my channel. And then, of course, the trip to Norway, when my eventful trip to Norway ended up with me in quarantine. Wouldn't have happened if I didn't own my own plane. Just wouldn't have happened. So I'm really, really keen to avoid having to sell it or sell a share in it. But I'm going to do another video about the whole story about how I bought that plane. How I funded it, and how it happened against, I mean, beyond my wildest dreams. I just never thought that would happen. And in that video, when you hear the full story of how I bought it, you'll understand why I may have an obligation to use it to fund what I'm trying to do at work, if necessary. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. I'm sorry for the lack of editing on this video, because there basically isn't any, because all my editors are too busy. But I hope you're all well. I hope you're flying safe. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm sorry for the slight lull in videos being released, but believe me, there is an awful lot to come, and they're just getting better and better. If you are moving house, go and check out Moving Home with Charlie, my other video channel, for advice on that. And just please understand that your choice of agent is the biggest decision you make when moving house. And I'll also link to, I did a work vlog, a best agent work vlog recently. It was quite fun. If you're interested in knowing what I do on a sort of one of my typical days at work as a bit of a person in the property industry, check out that video, which I'll link to either here or in the comments below, or both. It's quite a fun vlog. No aviation involved, but there's quite a lot of... Yeah, so have a look, check it out if you're interested. Anyway, thanks guys. Hope you're well. I'm going to do an end of year wrap up vlog as well, sort of highlights of the year. But until then, fly safe, stay safe, see you on the next one. Bye bye. What have you got? Oh wow. Hang on, don't touch it.
But wasted it.
My fish knowledge is close to zero, but I think that's a tiny kind of shark, isn't it? There's another one down here the kids have found. And it just looks... I probably should know what it is. Just popped up to the airfield to get one little reading off Dusty for his annual, just to see how many hours I've actually done. And the answer is... So 6:47, 7:39, isn't it? Yes, it's 92 hours. 92 engine hours, yeah.
There's a big one coming in.